Number 40. Momentum is defined as the product of mass times velocity. So this is not a formula that we talked about in class, but it is given to us here very plainly. Mass times velocity. So they're telling us exactly what we need to do. If your 1,250 kilogram car, that's mass, is traveling at 55 kilometers per hour, that's velocity. What is the value of the momentum? So my first inclination is to multiply the two numbers, but there's a problem here. If you look at your units, all of them are in kilograms. We're good there. No problem with the mass of the car. But the velocity of the answer choices is in meters per second. So that does not match kilometers per hour. We have to make those units match before we can solve this problem. So we're going to have to convert kilometers to meters and then hours to seconds. So here's essentially what we're doing. We want to say 55 kilometers equals blank meters. And then we need to know how many seconds. 1 hour equals blank seconds. Now, there are a couple of ways, there's more than a couple that you could do this, and I'm going to show you kind of a mixture of both. I'm going to do this one with a proportion. 1 kilometer is worth 1,000 meters, and we need to convert 55. So 55 times 1,000 divided by 1 is 55,000 meters. So there's that first conversion. We have the 55 kilometers converted to meters. Now, for the hour, you could use the same process. You could use a proportion, but I'm going to do this one a little bit differently just to give you some options here. You can do it however you want it. But I know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, and each of those minutes is worth 60 seconds. So 60 minutes times the 60 seconds they contain is 3,600 seconds. So 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So we need those two pieces of information. We need the 55,000 and the 3,600 in order to complete this process. So when I actually go to multiply, I'm going to be saying 1,250 kilograms, the mass of the car, times 55,000 meters over 3,600 seconds. It is very important that you multiply by this factor and not the 55 kilometers per hour. So using my calculator, I'm going to say 1,250 times 55,000. It's huge. Divided by 3,600 equals approximately 19,097.22, and they've chosen to round that up to the next value, 0.98, and I would go with answer B there. This is not an easy problem. That conversion is very tricky. None of these are easy. if you look at this whole page, these are quite a bit harder than the problems we saw in class.